What's up, everybody? Welcome to GBO2 update number 23. I think I'm not looking at my computer right now. As you see right there, rolling into the game, you guys should be greeted with an announcement talking about in 4 days they will be announcing the new Gundam game. I believe the translation said it was a teaser, like a teaser image or something like that, but they're gonna show it in the game for us, kind of like what they did with the. I'm expecting it to be like the Gundam NT poster and trailer that we saw in game that was really cool on our jumbotron here. So we're all looking forward to that and all speculating about what kind of game it's going to be. Some people think it's a replacement for Next. Some people think maybe it's a Gundam game to go along with the Gundam NT, kind of like they did with Unicorn back in the day on PS3. Could be anything. Who knows? I guess hopefully it's just not a mobile game, right? So for the new mobile suit, as you can see behind me, is that monstrosity right there, the Guncannon II standard gun, the Guncannon sniper rifle in its hand, but on its shoulder, on its right shoulder there, you see it has a beam weapon. That weapon has to be charged up to be fired. I'll be going over the specs and stuff that Forbidden sent me earlier. Thank you, Forbidden, for sending over those screens for us. So we'll talk about that here in just a little bit once we get through all this other information. There's some other changes they made. Obviously, in this update, we also have the expansion to the paint and decals that are now in the game, and a lot of them that you're going to pick up for free. You're going to get some when you log in today. Hopefully, you got those already. You'll just go over to the supply officer and pick those up. What else is some people maybe also you may find some extra tokens in there for you. I'm just going to talk about this right away because you're going to go up to the supply officer anyway and pick up your stuff from logging in, your free decals. So if you do see extra tokens in there, those tokens are there because that means that you rolled in either the Mudrock step up, the Blue Destiny 2 and 3 step up, or the Blue Destiny just single lottery campaign, and you didn't get any of those suits. Well, there was a reason for that, and they just straight up messed up on the percentage. They say they're on high frequency drop, but they were not on high frequency drop. So they are if you didn't get the suit, because Leo and I both got suits we were rolling for in those, so we didn't get reimbursed. I know Charlie had some extra tokens. He had 20 extra tokens, he said, and he didn't know what they were from. Once I went through the website, this is what they're for. It's a reimbursement program they're doing. They're saying that they're going to be sure that it doesn't happen again and make sure that, that the percentages actually are what they say they are, when it says, that it's on high drop rate. Because that could be, that's a kind of, a really trust breaking, glitch to have in a game that, you can spend real money on for loot boxes. Anyway, so that is from the supply officer. Let's see. I guess while we're in front of the jumbotron, we can kind of talk a little bit more about the gun cannon there. You do, if you notice, you'll see him do the double jump. In the video, he does have the double jump and the glide mechanism from the powered gym. If you want to know what those skills are and how they work, they're the exact same thing from the powered gym right there. That's what you saw him do. He did another leap. That's going to allow you to get to higher ground faster as a sniper and whatnot. I could show you guys some footage of me doing some pretty crazy jumps, like onto the HLV launching pad from a warehouse on port, just with one thruster go. So you can do some interesting things with that, especially for snipers. Now, I'm going to turn around here and get a good look at what the stuff that we have. So here's the banner. It's a 2-star, 400 cost. Guncannon II joins the fight. Good luck trying to survive from this. Okay, really funny. Down there in the lower left-hand corner, you have the ACT guy just chilling. Now, here's the fun stuff for me. I spent a lot of time customizing my suits in Gundam Breaker 3. I still love that. And this is very similar to that. Right now, you guys will probably, for free, what do they pick up, Leo? They pick up this woodland pattern, right? For free, and that's the standard woodland pattern.
Yeah,
That's not customizable.
standard woodland.
Yeah, it's not customizable.
Standard pattern, the insignia, Federation,
Hmm.
is Axis. Axis Bravo, and then that should be about it. Yeah.
Yeah, those, and you get O1, like the number one, to designate your
Oh
suit
yeah,
as
that
number
one.
one or something. So looking at this right here, pay attention to the print in the lower right hand corner. It says get promoted to Lance Corporal to use the paint function. Select under Horo mobile suit paint. We'll go right into that after I check out the DP store and the RT shop, and we will mess around with that for a little bit. Let's see here. Base camp. I don't think there was anything else in there. Alright, let's go to the store. So, coming into the store, there's no step up right now, just standard rolls. I wasn't lucky enough to get the suit, but I did get a Zigok Echo level 1. Super happy about that. Been waiting on that guy for a long time. Let's check out the DP shop. So there you go, Blue Destiny Unit 1, level 1 in the Ifrit Custom. Level 1 are now in the shop. 49,400. Those are the 350 variants of those suits. Let me see, I'm trying to adjust this. Back in for the main weapons. What was in? I don't think there was anything new that I don't have that's popped up. So if it's in there, I can't see it. Was there any other new weapons you saw, Leo?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I
Because for
didn't
the
think there
DP
was.
store, it will show up if it's new,
Yeah, it'll just show
but
up on the
if you don't,
screen.
yeah, if it's something old, then it's refreshed, then it's not gonna show up.
So now coming into the recycle center, the recycle shop here, you see they added marking and pattern. That's the cool new stuff. For the mobile suits, for the 2 days, you know how sometimes whenever a new suit comes out, it'll be in the recycle shop for 2 days. They have the Gym Night Seeker, the level 1, the 200 cost. So there are 3 levels to this suit. So this is the first one. The issue here is that if you look at it, there's a little bit of bad salesmanship on their part here, if you ask me. It's level 1, 145 tickets for this 200 cost suit. And if you just click over to the right and you just don't happen to have a level 2 Easy 8, that's only 110 tickets for that 400 cost level 2. So if you really want the Night Seeker, I like having it in 200. I prefer to have it a little bit higher up to use higher level weaponry, but it is a unique suit because of that, it's a bombardment skill, if you will, and it does have the double jump and whatnot. But is it worth 145 tickets? That's going to be up to you. It just depends on how much you really want to use this suit. What else? Main weapon, the beam rifle level 2. Level 3 was in there the other day. I totally picked that up and waiting to see these things. It was so hard to get level 2 or 3. We had never seen them. Level 4 bullpup. That's pretty sweet. And I think that's about it for the cool guns. No new custom parts, unfortunately. Nothing really new clothing. Now, getting into the marking. Let's check this out. Obviously, my favorite number is 05. So I had to pick up that 05 for 20 tickets right there. They got the Knight Fenrir Core. That's super cool to see that right away. Kind of something we thought that they would, hold off on. The Pixie. 60 tickets for that. 60 tickets for these unit insignias, if you will, and then it's just 20 for the standard, faction insignias. Got Earth Federation Forces SRT-1 in there, and then the 302 Patrol Company. Let's see, is there any other difference? Nope, same prices. I went ahead and bought the black Zeon Principality Zeon, or Zeon Force, Principality Zeon Force in black. Now, if you played Gundam Breaker 3, you'll recognize that they're doing, red, yellow, and white variants of these stickers and whatnot. So I'm expecting them to do red, yellow, and white, or some of their variants of different fonts for the numbers like they did in that a little bit later on. But this is just the opening salvo for, for graphics, basically. They said that there will be some that probably come out with specific missions, like when we were doing the Zogok mission, those kind of things. They'll have patches in there for us on some of those special missions. Now, coming down to the cool stuff, patterns. Look at that leopard print 01. Oh yeah, super sexy. 4-color camo G, the high grade. As you see there, it's a 3-star item. That item costs 200 tickets. Unfortunately, I've been using up some tickets lately. Of the 400 I have, I had 154 left. So if you were to, so here's the standard one that you get from logging in today, and here is the high grade version of that. What does that mean? Why is this 200 tickets and why is this one 40 tickets? The 200 cost version is customizable. So go ahead and talk about that, Leo. It's 4 colors and you can change each individual of the 4 colors. Is that correct?
Yes, you can use 4 separate hues, or you
Mm-hmm.
can intermash, 2 of the same color to make it 2 hues. Just do whatever you want, whatever color you want. You can have my permission to use the color blast act guy I sent into the main chat, JDM.
Yeah.
Show that
Yeah.
off.
Good to God.
That
Yeah, it's
was
like a
some
pop toy.
greatness. It's the best thing ever. There's more likely than not they're gonna have multiple color patterns in the future, not just limited to 4 for this particular one.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the GAN. The GAN was in that cool digital that looks like MARP, like Marine Corps MARPAT or ACU from from the American Forces. So if you guys are familiar with that big chunky square digital pattern, that'll be out sometime later and down the road. These are just the starters. So you have your starter kind of standard blob pattern. This is really cool. The splitter down here, that can be turned into some really awesome patterns. But I really want to get the high grade version of that instead of just getting these. So just to be clear, if you were to buy any of these other ones, these are the only colors they come in. So this blue splitter camo is what it's going to be. You can't change it to anything else. It's just 40 tickets and you get the blue splitter. That's it. Um, but yeah, really cool to be able to mess around with colors now. So let's see. Should we go and show a little bit of that stuff, or no? Let's go kind of stay on topic with the suits, and then we'll talk about this stuff a little bit more.
Yeah.
So the back there is a background suit for um for this drop night, and that is the 500 cost. I'm going back in front of the jumbotron, Leo. The 400 cost high mobility Gelgoog. So that's gonna, yeah, 5. So it's level 2, 500 cost. That's gonna be pretty interesting. That suit's pretty powerful in melee. A lot of people really like it in space. It is a beast if you're pretty dope at meleeing people up there in the stars. What else did we get? Yeah, we saw the level. All right, yeah. Let's talk about the new suit, right? So, Guncannon II, level 1, 400 cost, usable on ground and in space. Starts off with 13,000 health, and then going down the resistances are 14, 22, and 6 for the melee. And then the output is 30, ranged mod output 10 for the melee, and then speed is 105 with a thruster rating of 55. The part slots run 3 and then 12 and 13 for long range. The notable skills are going to be that airborne control program, glide, structure, and of course high performance balancer. Now moving on to its weaponry. Pretty standard stuff. You got that beam rifle and then the punch. Obviously Vulcans and the grenade carry over from the Guncannon 1, but then this one has the beam cannon on its shoulder there, doing 2,500 damage for a basic shot out to 700 meters. That's extremely long range with a heat rate of 85. So you do have to charge this weapon up, as we said before, and it has a really unique attribute, which I believe is piercing, and we talk a little bit more about that later on in the vid. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about playing against the new suit. A couple of our friends have picked it up. Obviously, like I said, Forbidden sent me some screens of it, but we've played in them in a couple matches already. In one of them we had on port. I personally have always talked about being able to lock down the port map with 3 yellows. As long as you have 3 yellows and like all blues, an upper level, 1 ZAML and 2 FA-78s, like that's it. That's should be an instant win for you, unless they're just out yellowing you, with their pilots and whatnot. We played in a game with the guys and we got straight up locked down by it was 2. What was it, Leo? It was
3
2
of
of
them.
there was 3 of the new suit. Okay, Yeah, I mean, my
Yeah,
shield,
it
I
was
had my
pretty
shield
bad.
buffed, like, I think, but with like 20, like 2,000 extra health or something like that. And if two of them got a hit on me, it was over. Like, it was instant, just explosion on the shield. We saw somebody get vaporized pretty much when they took a hit from all three of them at one time. The issue here is that they have to charge up that shoulder cannon. They I did hit them a lot more than they hit me though, because of the charge time on the shoulder cannon. You know what I mean? And then Leo did some pretty awesome damage using a Zuda. So you'll probably see more people busting out the Zuda again, which I'm happy about. It'll probably bring out some more red suits, but mainly that Zuda that's going to try and counter snipe because of the way you have to charge them. So go ahead and talk about
Yeah, that was.
what you were doing,
Oh,
Leo.
my apologies for interrupting,
No,
JDM.
you're good.
Yeah,
Good. Go for it,
I
man.
was gonna point out, yeah, our friend Midnight or Exclusia from the
Hmm.
Discord, he said that the ideal strategy against it was, of course, counter sniping because of the charge time on the beam gun. It has nothing else to throw at an enemy sniper aside from the beam sniper rifle, and it can try Hail Mary
Right.
grenades over to it, but that's about it.
Right, it does have the Vulcans, the hand grenades, the shoulder cannon, and then the beam sniper rifle, the handheld rifle. Also, though, there's something very interesting here. Now, I've heard this from two people so far. I haven't been able to confirm it myself, but we're hearing that the shoulder cannon is a piercing weapon. Now, I was expecting the Sabo round from the Zamel to be a piercing weapon. And for all intents and purposes, there's no reason why I don't think it should be a piercing weapon. And when I say piercing weapon, I mean if you have people gaggled up and you have a bunch of suits standing in front of each other, that round is going to go through multiple targets. So if you hit the guy in the front with the shoulder cannon, the beam shoulder cannon, it's going to go through that guy and hit the mobile suit behind him. That's big, that's different, that's the first suit that we've ever heard of in the game that can do that. Is it a glitch? Is it something weird like the kneeling and tanking a rocket hit? I don't know. But so far from two people who own that suit, that's what we're hearing that it does.
Which is very crazy. Like,
I guess
it's
when I
not
go
too
over the
often
screens, I could check out
where
the screens and see if it says something in the description. Maybe it does.
possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not too often that enemies line up, but that is a nice treat whenever
Yeah, I
it
mean,
comes up.
you will see them gaggled up, if there's people gaggled up around the flag on top of the sand hill, in the desert, at maximum range. Sometimes you'll get them like that, especially peeking corners, people getting in each other's way. That's just a multiple target opportunity there. Pretty cool. So, let's see. There was some other stuff on the website. What are we missing, Leo? What are we missing here? The mark and the pattern stuff went over. Oh, they changed the end of game screen. The end of game screen now has instead of showing you your accuracy, they're going to show you the your pursuit assist score. And I was scoring really big in a couple of the games that I actually noticed. I mean, in one game, I had like 33,300 as a score because we don't know how many points you get for a pursuit assist, you know? And then my rival had like 2,500. So I don't know. We'll have to keep track and see how many points you get for each one of those. But that is now on the list. It does affect you versus your rival. It is counted as one of those categories. So just be aware of that and check it out the next time your next match ends. Just look at the bottom of the screen and it'll be right down there. Oh yeah, in the paint shop, the decoration on and off thing. You've probably heard from other people talking about adding the command horns to say the Zaku Kai. As we know of right now, it's only Xeon suits, and it's just the HiMos, the Zaku 1, even the Zaku 1 Sniper, Zaku 2 Kai, and the Zuda. Most those are
Gelgoog
most of
Commander.
the Gelgoog Commander. Yeah, most of those suits. Or actually no, I think it's only the Gelgoog HiMo. I don't even think the Commander can do it, dude. Because I was trying to mess with mine. My 500 cost one,
I could double check real quick.
I couldn't do it on my 500 cost, but I could do it on the HiMo that has it. Well, there's a list right here on the website. I don't see there, but whatever. They adjusted some of the stuff for the comms,
Oh,
for the battle
you're right.
comms.
Just the
Okay.
HiMo.
It is just a HiMo. Okay. They spaced out the comms a little bit to make it a little bit easier to read. Unfortunately, most people don't spend a lot of time reading the comm chatter on the screen. If you guys noticed before, whenever you would shoot somebody with a shotgun and you weren't getting like maximum damage, let's go ahead and pull this stuff up while we're talking about it. If you weren't getting maximum damage with your weapon, like with a shotgun, obviously each individual pellet of the shotgun does its own damage, but you were seeing, like, the picture they show on the website is of the Ifrit shooting somebody with a shotgun. The first picture shows that the damage done is 552, and then the second picture is showing 3036. Now, this is not a damage buff or a change, it's just about the readout of the damage. You've always been doing maximum damage, but they weren't showing you total damage. So in instances, you might have noticed if you hit somebody with, say, the dual bazookas on the G3, you would only register damage for one because they staggered. They didn't hit them at the exact same time. Excuse me, stuff like that. They changed that. They cleaned that up. And let's see some of those now. It's snowing, as you may have noticed in the in the base camp. Snow is actually falling, so a little change there. Probably should have brought that up in the beginning, huh? What else we have?
It's all right.
Yeah,
I think they already noticed while we were talking.
Yeah. They said that they're going to change the way it shows. Like, if your friends are playing online and they're playing GBO2, it'll tell you if they're in a game or not, what kind of game they're in, kind of what they're doing, instead of just saying they're playing GBO2. There was a couple bugs in the games that they fixed. I had noticed that the last patch brought some weird bugs. Like, whenever I was repairing my suit, it kept on making that weird beeping noise, and the head armor and my leg armor kept on flickering, like, the whole time, like full to zero. I haven't seen that happen anymore. They've changed some network issues, and what is this, customization? Oh yeah, something about force injector. It didn't seem to affect the skill at all. Yeah,
describe it.
Yeah, just something about that. It's nothing really crazy, like, game wise or anything that's changed in there. Going back to talking about the paint. So right now I have my new Gelgoog E on the screen, and this is something Leo brought up to me about. So you see, I have the marker system on the bottom. It's filled with a couple different stickers, and if I click on here, we go to, so now we have marker setting and color setting, and then if you go down also like the Zaku Commanders, where is it? Here you go, standard Zaku. So now it says decoration off. So there's the horn off, and there's the horn. Oh wait, let me try it. No, I'm messing up. And there's the horn back on. So if it has the ability to do the decoration on off, you'll see it right there. Okay, back to the thing. So in marker settings, you're just going to go in here, and it's going to show you, the different ones you can select from here, and where it's going to show up on the mobile suit, stuff like that. Now, the issue that Leo had brought up to me is that there's only one set of markers down there where it says marker system, but yet we have 3, including the default 4 paint jobs that also transfer the markers to. They stay there. So if you wanted to do one that has like Xeon logos on one suit and Federations on another color scheme of that same suit, so you want to make a capture color scheme, you can't do that, right? It kind of stinks.
It would just be awkward to see a Federation logo on like a green Gundam.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, you can't get as creative. It's just a barricade to creativity, which it's unfortunate, but either way, we'll take it. It's not as expansive as Gundam Breaker 3, but it's here and it's cool. As you can see, I've done this Gelgoog in a 2-tone. I've used my free camouflage for the bottom, and I've done a desert tan on top, and then covered the whole thing in weathering to try and kick out some of the green in the woodland pattern that it came with. Now, they just added pattern over here to the thing. So all you do is just click over R1, and then come down in here and select your camo, and then you just turn it on or off on whatever sector. So if we go over to where the main body, camo on, camo off, and that's it. It's that simple. It's pretty cool. And then you can go back and change colors at will, and And that's it. I like it. So as you can see, the stickers I put on there. So we got the one on the leg, an O5 on the arm, and the Xeon in the center of the core right there. And then some on the rear here, one on the elbow, and the O5. So that's a full set of stickers on there, just to kind of demonstrate what you can do with it. Oh, you got anything else, Leo?
That's about it. Just have fun painting your suits, even further
Yeah.
than you already have.
I mean,
Uh,
we're gonna lose so much time, doing that.
and
I love it.
hope you find my color blast act guy in the 300 rooms, 200 rooms, 250 rooms. I'll be waddling around somewhere.
Yeah, it's really fun. Let me pull up the guide real quick. So, where was it in there that I saw that? Was it in marker settings? Yeah, it's in marker settings. It shows you can do that. And then if we come over to, let's see, color, pattern. Is it? It's not in pattern, is it? Oh, here we go. Change up the look with a variety of patterns. And look at the act guy on the far right-hand side. He's got that crazy grid. I forgot what camouflage that is, but there is a camouflage pattern in real life that uses a grid like that with a couple blobs in it. But it says use bright patterns for diversion. Like that poor act guy needs to attract any more weapons going its way, or even looking at it. But anyway, guys, so there is, you can just hit the touchpad and pull up the guide if you want a little bit more explanation for any of those in this section here. Alright, there you have it. Finally, GBO2 update number 24 is over. From Leo and I, thank you for hanging out this long and watching. Please click the like.